Hi everybody, this is the beginning of my vlog on March 21st, 2020 in Long Beach, California. We are in the midst of a mandatory quarantine here in the state of California, which means all non-essential business has been shut down. Everybody is mandated by law at this point to stay in their home unless it is for essential business functions. I am still considered a part of essential business. I am an Amazon Flex driver. I typically don't do it very often, but because everybody's work and income has dried up, I've been doing Amazon Flex just to keep some sort of income, flowing through. So I have 3 blocks, AKA shifts scheduled. One of them is for today at 2 o'clock and it is now around 12:30. So I will be leaving my house very, very soon and heading to Hawthorne, where my scheduled pickup is today. I am dressed and ready to go. This is my house, by the way, for those of I don't think I've ever shown my bed, my home on YouTube, so you're seeing it now. I haven't been feeling the best today. Don't panic. It's not because I'm having COVID-19 symptoms, no fevers or anything. It's most likely because I am anemic, and because of what has happened in the world, my diet has definitely changed. I typically eat very healthy, and I was gearing up to do my summer slim down. So I have salmon in my house, which is the only fish I could really get my hands on at this point. But I had salmon in my house. I had been eating chicken regularly. That's typically the protein that I eat. But now it is very, very difficult to get that in stores. So I haven't had any type of red meat, chicken. I've only really had salmon and vegetables for the last few days. And that's making my iron levels take a huge hit. And I'm pretty anemic. So it's making me feel, I'm getting symptoms of low iron with the dizziness and my headaches and everything. So either during my route or before my route, I'm going to try to grab, I believe some restaurants are still open. I'm going to try to grab some chicken or some sort of red meat just to prop up those iron levels so I'm not feeling the way that I am. But yes, obviously what's happening in the world with all the shutdowns and everything is having an impact on my health and the health of others. People can't get their supplies, their necessities. I do have iron pills in my house that I've already taken. So, most of us who know that we have little medical issues, we have a supply to hold us over and things like that. But just showing you guys that it's more than just the virus itself that's going to affect people. It's people that already had medical issues that can't go to their dialysis appointments. They can't go to their doctor's appointments. They can't go to their chemotherapy. COVID-19 is not just going to take out people with the virus itself, but the people that were affected by the shutdowns because of the virus, which sucks. Anyway, so this is my vlog. This is my house. I'm going to try to show you guys what's going on in the world since I'm one of the few people allowed to go out and just see what it's like. And I'm going to try to get some food while I'm out there. So this is my delivery outfit. Very simple, sweatpants, an old shirt. I keep it very comfortable because I have to be delivering boxes. So I'm going to be getting in and out of my car, up and down stairs. So it's very important to just have on something comfortable. So sweatpants, old top. I am ready to go. Outside you can see cars just lined up on the sides of the streets and sides of the roads because everybody's parked because everybody is home. There's just cars parked everywhere. And in the middle of the day, usually this street would be totally barren. All these streets would not look like this, but everybody's at home. As you can see, there are still plenty of people out. Public transportation is still functioning. Places like Carl's Jr.'s, Wendys, things of that nature, they're still open. So there's still a bit of life happening out here, which is good for me because I really do need to pick something up to eat before I go and get my packages. I'm at the Wendys drive-thru and I do have a hands-free device on, my dash, so nobody's freaking out that she's filming and driving and yeah, hands-free device, and I have a dash cam. But I'm in the Wendys drive-thru, and typically because I'm health conscious, I wouldn't order something from a fast food place, honestly. But when I do, I would always get like a chicken wrap or something. I think I'm gonna actually have to get a beef burger because I need the red meat right now to be honest, I haven't been eating as much. I haven't been eating the best quality like I normally would. Yesterday, I think all I had was shrimp. If you've seen some of my other videos and my vlogs, you know that I had a big platter of shrimp, nothing but shrimp, and I had an apple. What else did I eat yesterday? Ugh. If I did have anything else, it only would have been like a slice of fish. So I haven't been eating the best, which is why it's now taking a toll on my health. So I'm gonna have to keep that in check. And hopefully when I'm done delivering today, I will go to Walmart and maybe be able to snag some chicken or something that will better help my iron levels be maintained. It's a sandwich by itself, right? The sandwich alone? I ordered myself a quick burger and then, just laid down. As I was eating it, I started to get a little bit nauseous, which isn't uncommon for when I have to go through this. I haven't gone through this for a while. It's just because I haven't been eating so well. So I just laid down so that I could try to like digest, the burger and the iron within the burger and let it start flowing through and getting into my system. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And it's about 1:20, so I'm going to start heading to the freeway to get to Hawthorne and get to the warehouse. And just so you guys know, I did look up the symptoms for COVID-19. Not that I've even ever been out of my house at all this week. This is one of the first times I'm going out, but no fever, none of, I guess fever is the number one most common symptom of COVID, but this nausea is something that I recognize, and this lightheaded feeling, it's definitely the iron. But I do know the symptoms of COVID-19, so otherwise I wouldn't be going out, obviously. Like, I would totally cancel and not go. But I'm pretty sure we're going. This is what it looks like on the 110 North. My exit will be on El Segundo Boulevard, but this is what it looks like right now. What time is it actually? It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I really expected the amount of traffic to be less than it is, which just makes me think, like, what's going on? Where are all these people going that's absolutely necessary? I know that there are a lot of businesses that are still functioning. The grocery stores are still functioning. Gas stations are still functioning. The delivery people, FedEx people, UPS people are still out delivering. Medical personnel. But I just find it really hard to believe that all the people that I'm seeing are a part of those groups. I have arrived, and I put on my Amazon vest here. I actually have two vests. I have the yellow one and I have the blue one, but I got the blue one on today, and I am in Hawthorne. I'm at the Hawthorne Warehouse. We're all getting ready to check in. Eating the burger was a good call. I definitely feel a lot better. So, which definitely confirms what I initially thought, which was that I am malnourished. My iron is very, very low, and I'm going to have to find a way to do something to get my hands on some red meat and some chickens, maybe some black beans to keep my iron levels stable, some spinach, because had I allowed it to persist past the point that I did, it'll get to the point where I'm throwing up. It'll get to the point where I can't walk straight. Eventually I will faint, and I've only ever fainted once before, and it was an accident. I had given plasma. I did a plasma donation that day, and I kind of overexerted myself, and then my iron levels dropped because I hadn't eaten, and then I fainted in front of a movie theater. And because I live in Los Angeles by myself, I don't have friends or family. I'm literally isolated, alone. I've been living the isolation life for a while, guys, but I don't have anybody to rely upon in events like that. Like, if I were to faint inside my house, there's no one to check up on me. There's no one that's going to know that I'm there. So I have to be careful with things like that. Even when I fainted in front of the movie theater, because I was going to see Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald that day. because I thought I was going to take it easy and go watch the movie and just chill and let myself recover, but I didn't make it and I fainted. Nobody helped me. I was on the sidewalk, like sitting there breathing heavy. Nobody helped me, and I think it's because they probably assumed that I was this homeless girl, I guess, because I was wearing sweatpants and I had a hoodie, and I didn't look completely fabulous, but still, like, nobody helped me. So I keep it in my mind to always rely on myself and do what I can to take care of myself. So far so good though. I'm about 90% of normal, so I can still feel it a little bit, but not to the point where I feel like I'm gonna faint or that I'm woozy and can't like see straight, because I was getting to that point. So it has been revealed that I will be delivering in Ranchos Palos Verdes, which is a very beautiful place in the South, not too far from where I live in Long Beach. Delivering Rancho Palos Verdes is typically a very, very easy delivery route because you don't have to deal a lot with apartment complexes, stairs, buildings that have key card access. It seems to me that Amazon is in fact taking a hit because of the coronavirus. People definitely are not ordering as much as they did, which you would think they wouldn't be. People are trying to conserve money, conserve resources. So they're not, ordering nonsense on Amazon, which is why the blocks, AKA shifts, are not as many as they used to be. And people are fighting for the very few blocks that there are. So I'm lucky to even have the few blocks that I do have. Today I have 14 stops to do, I believe, which is not going to take me 3 hours, which that works for me. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for anything that I do have. And, had it been a more complex delivery route, like when I had to deliver in literally downtown Los Angeles, like the Figueroa buildings, which are the bane of my existence. I can't stand those towers. I'm sorry. They make no sense. Because there's like 2 towers, and you have to deliver it to this place, and you have to put it in this box, or you have to take it across the street to the next tower. Like, sometimes delivering for Amazon Flex is just insane, and people just don't care. They just don't think about how you're gonna get their package to them. But Palos Verdes is like my favorite place to deliver because it's basically all houses. I do worry about the people that live in Palos Verdes because I work as, in-home care, hospice care a lot. The people that live in Palos Verdes are elderly. They're typically older people. Like all of Palos Verdes is pretty much older people. So I have thought about them and my clients that were still are in Palos Verdes, how they were faring, how they were doing, because if anything happens to that community, that entire little city is gone. It's very, very, very scary time. Because I know about this city, I know what to expect. I do not expect to see a lot of activity happening in Palos Verdes because most of the people there are elderly. They're not going to be out and about. There's not even a lot of businesses there in the first place, but the little bit of activity there usually would be. I expect this place to be totally dead. So this should be a quick delivery. I will still vlog it, let you guys see what's going on. There are still a ton of, oh my gosh. This holder's not the best holder that I've ever had, for sure. But there's still a ton of people out on the road. I don't really know what to think about that, but there's still a ton. I am traveling south, crossing Rosecrans, going through Torrance, heading to Palos Verdes. have completed my deliveries. I am officially all done. There's a lot more people out than I expected, and there's a lot more people taking walks than I've ever seen before. There's lots of people out walking with their families, walking their dogs, taking a run. There's lots of people on the sidewalks. Obviously, they're not touching each other, bumping into each other, none of that. It's just not something that I'm used to seeing. There's just a lot of people getting in some physical activity, which is kind of nice to see. But now that I'm done, I figure it might be a good time to go grocery shopping, seeing as what's been occurring with my body and me having to pay more attention to my anemia. So I'm gonna head over to Walmart and see what's going on there. So I'm at Walmart right now trying to do a little bit of shopping, and I know that there have been calls and recommendations from politicians and country leaders for people not to stockpile or hoard food. There's supposed to be plenty of food going through the supply chain, so there's no reason to be hoarding food. But the reasons for things like this is because it does affect other people, and I didn't think too much about myself. I thought that I was going to be fairly unaffected. You know, I'm a hermit, I keep to myself. I'm like, why would this impact me? And then over the last couple of days, I have been starkly reminded by my body that I am anemic, very much so. And because my diet has been drastically changed by the coronavirus and the status of all of our shopping places, Vons, Walmart, Target, all of them have been changed. You know, my diet has been changed because I can't get my hands on certain products, which I didn't really care. I'm not too picky. And I've been eating mostly healthy anyway. So the only things I've been able to get my hands on have been like shrimp and salmon, which I was just like, I like both of those. So why would I trip out, until I was reminded by my body that I'm not receiving the iron that I'm supposed to be getting. And it's only been about a week that I haven't been getting the iron, but I've been reminded by my body, like, hey, you're anemic. So the levels have dropped very, very low. And this morning I thought I was gonna have to cancel work because the headache started last night. And then this morning I felt really, really dizzy and nauseous to the point where I thought I was gonna have to cancel. And then I was like, is this the virus or is this me? But I know better than to panic, and I know what the symptoms of me having low iron is. So I knew it had to be the iron, and it was because of my diet. The thing is, I have been unable to get my hands on any protein other than what I have because of what's going on. Every time I come to the store, every time I check the shelves to get maybe a pack of chicken or some steaks, even though I don't typically eat red meat, even if I tried, I can't get my hands on it. It's always empty. For the last maybe 3 weeks, I have not seen one pack of chicken or red meat or anything at all. The shelves are always black. And now I'm starting to have health impacts because of that. So now I'm gonna get a little bit freaked out because I know how my body reacts when my iron levels are low. Had I not gotten the burger that I got today at Wendys as a last resort and allowed it to continue into tomorrow, I would be non-functional. I would be stuck in my house, throwing up on the floor, weak and nauseous and dizzy. I probably would have had to crawl to my neighbor's door and knock on the door and ask them or give them the money to like find me something to eat, something with, you know, a lot of iron. And I know spinach and red beans and our black beans have iron in it, and I'm going to try to find that as I'm shopping. But I'm just saying, like, for those of you who don't really think about stuff like this, you really got to consider your neighbors and other people. It's not just people that have the virus. It's the people that are getting off of work late because they work at the hospital and they can't find food for their kids. It's the people who are, you know, like me, who have specific dietary needs. And if we don't take care of ourselves, we end up in the hospital, and then there's no space for us. This could be made a lot worse because of the actions that the rest of the public is taking. And it's irritating to me that I have to be one of those people that are affected. Like, oh, I'm so used to feeling slightly invincible. You know, nothing happens to me, nothing's wrong with me, right? But having to deal with this is like, that's right, I kind of do have to take care of myself, which I'm trying to do better. I stopped in this neighborhood Walmart. I am in Torrance at the neighborhood Walmart, and I was able to find rotisserie chickens, which I have not been able to find the last couple of weeks. So I got 2 of them, and that should keep my iron levels stable enough to where I'm not passing out in my house. I do have to be careful about stuff like that because I do not have people in Los Angeles checking up on me. I don't have a backup squad because all of my family is 400 miles away. So no one's checking for me. I can't afford to be passing out in my house or anything happens to me, because if that happens, I'm donezo. But so far so good. I'm doing okay. Just, keep in your minds the needs of your neighbors and other people. That's all I'm saying. While I am here, I do want to say thank you for clicking on my video, checking out my channel, enjoying my little tour, my little day. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not a member of my court, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stick around. We would love to have you. I'm off to the next vlog, to the next video. I don't know where this video is going to end. So I'm just saying. If I'm ending it now, then you guys have a good day and I'll see you in the next one. If not, click on the next vlog. I'll see you. You'll see me. Such a weird world, weird day. I don't know. Bye.